Question 11c gets a little bit tougher. Our function is still y is equal to x to the third, but we are dividing this region 0 to 4 into 8 rectangles. So we need to figure out the relationship between k and x. What we know is that delta x is going to be 1/2 because, again, we're going to take the total distance over the interval. So 4 minus 0 is 4. We're dividing it into 8 rectangles. So delta x is going to be 1/2. So since we're doing our very first subinterval, we're starting at x is equal to 0. But for the subinterval after that, we're going to move 1/2 of a unit to the right. And then again, 1/2 of a unit, and then 1/2 of a unit. So what we know is that our slope of this is 1/2. So right away we can say that x is going to be 1/2 of k. But then we just need to adjust this a little bit. So I will look at one sort of ordered pair, like over here. If I took 1/2 of 2, that would give me 1, and then I'm going to have to, again, subtract 1/2. 1/2 of 4 would be 2, and then I'm going to have to subtract 1/2. So x is going to be written as k minus 1 over 2. And now we'll plug that into our f of x. So f of x, again, is x to the third. So we need to look for f of k minus 1 over 2. So this becomes f of k minus 1 over 2, which is going to be k minus 1 over 2 cubed. Again, we know when we cube a fraction, we're going to cube the top and cube the bottom. So for the top, we're going to have we're going to have, let's get rid of that. The top, we're going to have k minus 1 cubed, and on the bottom, 2 cubed is 8. So this is going to give us k cubed minus 3k squared plus 3k minus 1. And again, you can multiply that out if you have your doubts. But now let's set up our rectangles. So we're going to work vertically again. So we're taking the sum of k goes from 1 to 8. We know the base of each rectangle is 1/2, and the height is going to be defined by our f of x, which is k cubed minus 3k squared plus 3k minus 1. The whole thing is over 8. And I'm going to look at the fact that I have 16 in the denominator, and I'm going to factor out a 1/16 and worry about that later. So I have 1/16. K goes from 1 to 8. And again, now I just have k cubed minus 3k squared plus 3k minus 1. And I'm going to split that up. Then I'm going to skip some steps now. So I know I'm going to have 1/16. I know I'm going to have sigma k cubed. So that is going to be 8 times 9 over 2, quantity squared. For my 3k squared, I'm going to pull out the 3, and I know my formula for k squared is n plus 1, 2n plus 1 over 6, so that's going to be minus 3 times 8 times 9 times 17 all over 6. Then I'm going to have plus 3 times 8 times 9 over 2. And I'm also going to have minus 8, right? And that whole thing is multiplied by 1/16. So then I'm just going to work this out using my calculator because it's gotten a little too complicated here. So I'll worry about the 1/16 later. But 8 times 9 over 2 squared is going to give me 1296. And my next term is going to be minus 612. And my next term, this is going to be, can't cancel. I meant to cancel out the 2 into the 8. So that's going to give me plus 108. And then we're going to have minus 8, which ends up just giving me a grand area of 49.